On the limited podcast series Before the Crown, 30 Voices, One Crown, we've got from the land of the rising sun, representing Arunachal Pradesh, Mariam Longri. Mariam, welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on being the state winner. Now, Mariam, this is the place where we get to know the real you, your journey so far to this platform. I want to know, how was it life growing up back in Arunachal Pradesh?
So I come from a very small town in Arunachal Pradesh, Kharsang. So I would say it was a very slow childhood. I do not come from a city or even a big town. So it was very different from other people, I would say. Yeah, very slow. But now I'm here in Mumbai and everything is so fast and all.
Now, when back home, you're talking about, it's a small village?
It's a very small town.
It's a small...
surrounded by villages, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Can you recreate your small town for us and tell us a bit more about your town?
So my house is like, it's like the people there. We do not have like, how will I say, like, tall buildings and infrastructures. We are like very like sparse. We live in like, but we are still very close community. But at the same time, we do have a lot of land, I would say. So we live like in our lands, like far away and all.
So, but do you think places like this keep people more connected compared to metro cities?
I think yes. That's not a bad thing at all. Actually, I've been very blessed to have a childhood like that because we have our own space. We actually even, my family even raises cattle and all, and this is really nice. And like there are like, you can see mountains from my house, okay. But at the same time, when we have to come together, like be it festivals and community things, we come together and it's so refreshing. We do not have to, we are not on each other's faces all the time. So that's nice.
You mentioned cattle grazing. It's so beautiful. It actually reminds me of Switzerland.
So yeah, since like we live in a house, like, and we have, a lot of lush areas like surrounding our house, and actually every, part of the town is surrounded by greenery, So there are a lot of cattle, we have cows, and all the milk that we consume, like the dairy products that we consume, it comes straight from those cows. And they're raised so well. Like I can just look at the cattle and the calves, and it's so nice to see them there, just growing up healthily.
You grew up in a place which belongs to nature. So beautiful that you put it together. To this skyscraper cities that we have, metro cities. If given a choice, what would you choose?
I mean, I would definitely choose my hometown. I mean, I love Mumbai. It's so beautiful, but I would still choose my hometown because I think I'm very blessed to have received such a childhood.
You come from the land of rising sun, Arunachal Pradesh. How does it identify your personality?
I think the people from Arunachal Pradesh, they have this, strength and resilience within themselves, like coming from the mountains and everything. I feel like I also carry that strength within myself. Being a daughter of Arunachal Pradesh. I won't lie, like, the terrain and everything, life itself, like you have to work hard for everything. So that has literally shaped me a lot.
We've been told that you also are involved in an NGO. Can you just highlight a little more as to what this NGO is all about?
I'm so grateful that I can talk about Arunachal Orphan Care Society in this platform. So the organization actually provides education and shelter to underprivileged children. Not only like underprivileged children, but also people in need from all over Arunachal Pradesh. Like the children there, they educate them, they house them, and also let's say there are places nearby in Arunachal, in remote areas where you have, forest fires and stuff. And there are a lot of people who are in like need of, let's say blankets, important necessities, for survival. So AOCS provides them those things. And actually they've been so selfless. They do this like without any support from anyone. The organization itself like funds all the activities.
So personally, on ground, how do you work towards it?
I would like to do more than I am currently doing, but now I interact with the children. I teach them sometimes, as their makeshift teacher. And since I have done my bachelor's in psychology, I also am there to support them as a counselor whenever they want to, talk about anything. And it's really humbling to spend time with them.
You want to be a teacher, I've heard.
Yes, I do. Educator.
Educator.
Yeah.
So, did you study that, and what do you intend to do?
I think that teaching is such a, good profession, because ever since I've started spending time with the children in our AOCS, I've learned that, this experience is not only like, it's not just me giving to them, they're also giving to me, So I also learn a lot from them. So that's why I want to continue teaching and, follow this path.
If you want to be an educator, teacher, it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Because these days kids have so many questions and they reason out everything. So how do you plan to not just because besides teaching, you also need to learn the art of patience?
Exactly. I was coming to that. So, when I was growing up, unfortunately, I have come across a lot of teachers who were not patient for me. But fortunately, at the same time, there were a lot of amazing teachers who were so patient with me, who believed in me. So I want to be that teacher for some, for even if I'm a teacher like that, even for one single student, I'll be very happy. And I want to do that.
You think educators or teachers are undermined in life?
Yes, I definitely think so.
And why do you feel that?
Because the impact they have on a student is much larger than people usually see.
And if there is a today's kid who's now if you go an educator, there'll be Gen Alpha who'd be sitting in your classroom talking to you, and if he reasons out and if he's adamantly saying you are not right, how are you going to handle that situation?
I would ask him, why do you think I'm not right? And I want to hear your point of view. And I will try to understand his point of view.
But if he's not ready and stubborn that he doesn't want to listen to you, how are you going to tackle the situation?
I think more than words, actions are important. So maybe I'll try to show him some example in real life, rather than just talking to him, and try to make that student understand that our mutual goal is his betterment, and it's not coming from a place of ego.
Did you get a whack in school? Were you ever whacked by any teacher?
Oh my God, fortunately I was not whacked by any teacher, but I definitely had moments where I felt like they could have guided me better.
How were you as a child while you were growing up? That little Mariam, that 7-8-year-old Mariam, if you look back.
Oh my God, my little Mariam was wild. I was the girl that my warden used to call up on stage to dance and sing. So I was that kid in the assembly.
But you said was wild. Is she not wild anymore?
I think I've toned it down a bit.
Why?
In a good way, I guess.
You said you sing as well.
Yes.
Do you sing even now?
I can sing, but I don't know if I'm good at it anymore.
We can judge that.
All right.
We will compliment you. Go for it. Bring on the wild side and give us 2 lines.
Okay. I'm driving around town, kinda bored with the windows rolled down. Got a girl in a bus stop bench, dressed to draw attention.
You are driving us crazy with your singing skills. I must have got a good control over it. In spite you're doing this after a long time, right?
Yeah.
So it's the sporty spirit that you have that keeps you alive, and you should keep that on. Well, there's been growing support and focus from the government of India towards Northeast. How do you see that impacting your state?
So currently, I'm so excited to see all the exposure that the Northeast is finally getting, the long-awaited exposure that it deserved. And, Northeast has so much to offer, like travel, tourism, it's filled with nature and stuff. So even my state, it is getting affected, and I'm very excited for the future.
Thank you so much. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on to the bus of a quick fire round. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. All you have to do is just be at ease, but answer me quickly. What is the best advice you ever received?
Be yourself.
One quote you live by.
The best day to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best day is now.
One line of poetry you love.
Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings with tunes with no words and never stops at all. Emily Dickinson.
Sweet. Last film that stayed with you.
Last film that stayed with me. Queen.
Favorite actor male.
Male actor Irfan Khan.
Female.
Katrina Kaif.
Comfort food.
Pani Puri.
Coffee or chai.
Chai.
One city you could live in forever.
Mumbai.
One habit you want to change.
Procrastination.
One song on repeat right now.
Who Says by Selena Gomez.
If not this, what would you be doing?
Studying for my PCS exams.
What does India mean to you today?
It means security, protection.
One thing you want to be remembered for.
For my heart.
What's great in your state?
Food.
One food one must eat is what?
One must eat is what? Bamboo shoot.
And 3 places one must visit in your state.
Tawang, Namdapha National Park, and Vijayanagar.
The world is at war. What are we doing wrong as global citizens?
Lack of empathy.
Wow, that was really quick fire. And there's something that you would like to... What's the native language called in Arunachal Pradesh?
So we do not have a single language. Arunachalis converse in Hindi, Assamese, and their own local dialects.
Which is your...
My local dialect is Tangsa.
Would you want to say something to your followers in your native language?
Ahinya.
Ahinya to you too. I'm wishing you the best, Mariam Longri from Arunachal Pradesh, for the grand finale.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.